The year was 1917, and the United States was on the verge of what would become to be known as the War to End All Wars. In total, the US would send 4.5 million men and women overseas to fight in World War I, and many of whom were agricultural laborers back home. With this extremely high number of soldiers fighting overseas, the US military was forced to answer the question, how will we feed them? And so in March of 1917, with this daunting task looming over the heads, the US National War Garden Commission launched an initiative to get American peoples to create, plant, and cultivate their own gardens with whatever space they had available. This campaign gained rapidly in popularity with its slogan, "Plant for Victory," and these gardens would be known as Victory Gardens. In 1917 and 1918, approximately 1.5 million quarts of food were produced from these Victory Gardens. And this allowed regularly processed food in the US to be sent overseas to our soldiers. And after World War I, this didn't slow down. In 1944, during World War II, American Victory Gardens produced over 8 million tons of food, which equaled the commercial yield for that year. And though the term Victory Gardens has faded away, it undoubtedly changed what was thought to be possible in the world of home agriculture. And in today's political climate, in global unrest, in coming out of a pandemic, in financial uncertainties, Victory Gardens may be on the horizon again. If what experts are predicting is correct, Americans could be asked to rely on themselves to start growing their own food, and could be asked to sustain themselves. That is why I believe everyone this year needs to grow some of their own food. We've seen over the last 2 years the residual effect of an economy that gets shut down. Lost jobs, high inflation, prices through the roof on gas, food, household items, supply chain issues, and I think it's safe to say that the trajectory we're headed on isn't sustainable. And I have no interest in getting into politics in this video, but I do need to say I think it's time to stock up, and I think it's time to prepare. I would never consider myself a prepper, but at its core, I think a prepper is just someone who is prepared for a situation. And this is not me telling you that you need to go out and build yourself a doomsday bunker. But are you prepared for a situation like a food shortage? What if shelves go empty? What if gas hits $10? What if supply chains do break down completely and we aren't able to get those necessary supplies? What if? Are you prepared for a situation like that? How long would you be able to keep going on if those what ifs happen? And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm not a whack job. I just think there's a lot of signs pointing to the realities of shortages in the coming months. Which gets me back to the main point of this video. Regardless of who you are, where you live, what space you have available, your experience level, this is the year to start to grow your own food. This is the year to start to take ownership of where your food comes from. There's 2 things I think everyone should do this month. One is to start your own garden. Whether it be just potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, squash, these things are incredibly easy to grow and incredibly nutritious and can last you a long time. The second thing is to stock up on items while they are still on the shelves. To start to build out your pantry. Because if those what ifs do happen, are you prepared? I'm going to leave links to articles if you would like to read about what some of these potential shortages are. And I urge you to read them or look up some own information so that you can form your own opinion, because there's people a lot smarter than me that are saying things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. So I urge you, today is the day to start to get your house in order. Maybe it's having the ability to grow some of your own food. Maybe there's financial circumstances that you need to get in order. But I urge you now, today, more than ever, to do something, even if it's a small thing, to take ownership over yourself, your household, your welfare, and your future. And again, this video is not meant to scare anybody. It's not meant to throw out random conspiracy theories, but there's a lot of signs pointing to the reality of shortages coming. So I hope you'll take them seriously, and I hope that you will start to prepare in just a small way. If you want to learn how to garden, you are in the right spot. We have plenty of videos, but YouTube is abundant with information about how you can start your own garden. So spend some time today, just learn the basics, learn some simple things that you can start to grow, even, like I said, even in just a small space. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Austin. This is the Cypress and Sparrow Homestead. I will see you in the next video. Peace.